Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of What If Civilization Starts Over. Now we are on episode 15 of the series. Come quite a long way, but I don't have much time to record this video, so let's get into it very fast. Sort of earliest Cold War between France and Sicily is going to come to an abrupt end when something happens inside of Sicily. A revolution happens. This revolution is to free the Sicilian lands, and it's now that Sicily will collapse, unfortunately. We're going to see that many nations will take advantage of this, such as Iberia, who takes back their islands. Oh my gosh. We're going to see Greece take back their islands over here and Rhodes. And the rest is actually going to go to the Turks, as they're going to take Cyprus and much more. This is terrible for Sicily. Like, damn, we practically just got raided. So they're going to be fighting back hardly against this Carthaginian rebellion, doing a lot to suppress it, and it's not working very well because another rebellion over here has just springed up, and it's not the same rebellion, but it's the same color. So yeah, I'm gonna put it as in color. Just like that, we have a Carthaginian state that is formed, but it will not stay together. But the Sicilians, they're not done fighting. They have just sent a massive army down south, and they've landed in sort of the capital of this region, which really weakens it as they take it. But behind the front lines, even more groups begin to rebel, and a country starts an invasion, and that country is Egypt. We saw, I think it was about 2 episodes ago, Egypt got absolutely destroyed by Sicily. And this was really sad because Egypt never did anything wrong. But Egyptian troops, full of anger, they're going to storm into this country, taking everything that they can take. And then all of this land will go over to the rebellions. And it's now that Sicily realises there's no hope. But didn't Egypt just attack them and activate the 3-point star alliance? First of all, Adriatica didn't want anything to do with this. And Portugal they don't want it. So, yeah. They are the only member of their alliance. So this spells the end of the 3-point stars as the collapse of Sicily is happening. But now we're going to see the darkest bit of the war happen. And it's over here in Italy. The Italians have always wanted their a state to form for them, because there were states up here, they got invaded by foreign power. These people will rebel, but they'll be suppressed horribly. These people are killed brutally by spears. They're hung. It's disgusting what happens to them. But yeah, those rebellions fail, and Sicily looks quite hopeless. So, and they're going to go ahead and start talking to the leader of this rebellion, who's going to be like, give us independence and we'll stop. And just like that, he's given this massive bit of area independence, but it's going to split up into a few different countries. And just like that, Sicily is no more. Well, it is, and it's still a powerful nation, but it's completely not what it used to be. And now Greece's borders look absolutely beautiful. Now going over to Iberia, as you can see, during the Sicilian Civil War, we have the Star Alliance forming. And the Star Alliance has one main goal: make these two countries bigger and more powerful. And yeah, this is quite a major thing for the plot, but you'll know later. We're going to see Galicia. And this is a breakaway of Galicia. So Galician troops are quite well, of course it's many different generations of troops, but they're sort of used to this, but not really as well. And we're going to see the capital being encircled, and they're going to siege that. And this country, but yeah, no, they're not taking a 2v1, bro. Yeah, they're cooked. So we're going to see this country eventually come to their senses and surrender. And let's have a look at this very one-sided war's peace treaty. Full annexation by both countries, cut in half. So, yeah, what else is there to do? See, after the collapse of Sicily, the world is kind of shocked. This powerful nation has just collapsed in front of us. And there's not really much war after this. Of course, there is war. and there's going to be quite a major one in a minute. But elsewhere, countries are expanding, so let me show you that. Here. But this is all the expansion. Of course, there's still some unexplored land up here. And these countries are all linked up now. Also, Hokkaido is mostly explored. And we also see the formation of a new Indonesian country, and that's quite a powerful country to be honest. It's in a good place. They might do something in the future. Sorry, I'm recording this video very early in the day because I'm going on a trip. So let's head over to Oman. Oman has its enemy up here, but there's going to be expansion over here. So yeah, it's going to look something like this. As you can see, Oman has connected up with this small Yemeni state, and the border dispute is still going strong up north. Now we have to move to the British Isles. Sorry about the voice cracks. And here we're going to see quite an interesting war. Cornwall and Scotland, they've gotten along quite well recently. So they're going to be invading a country together which they do believe does not belong on their land, which is Ireland. And Ireland is quite a strong country. They originated in Wales. They were like some barbaric tribesmen. And yeah, well, they're being invaded now. And their goal isn't to take Ireland, their goal is to take this land up here. But the Irish people are going to be fighting back, and this is kind of crazy. Like, they were not expecting this amount of resistance. The massive holdout in this strip of land over here, which even causes a pushback against Cornwall. And the Welsh are kind of being convinced to join the war by the Irish, but they're not going to join the war because, yeah, the Welsh aren't as strong as the Irish. There's going to be a very small spearhead over here to disconnect the English lines, and it does very well. And yeah, Ireland is powerful, but not more powerful than the new divisions that have just been sent to the front lines. And yeah, now Ireland's starting to get slapped around. So yeah, Ireland, after they lose this land, they're gonna say, hey, we're gonna stop throwing a ton of people at this front line if you let us have a little foothold. And they're like, no, what? Okay, sure. As we can see, the Irish have lost quite a lot of land over in mainland Britain, and we can see that Scotland has gained valuable things. Same with Cornwall. Cornwall's already quite strong. But Ireland didn't lose too much from this war, so Ireland lovers do not be sad. Now heading north to the Holy Swedish Empire, or just a ton of weird Swedish countries, and they're not really the Holy Swedish Empire anymore. We're going to see another war break out, and this war is between Stockholm and these dudes. Stockholm is like, okay, we're stronger than you, so we're going to attack you. And this is just sort of how it works back then. And they're going to be like, no. And they send troops, they beat Stockholm in one battle, they go back. And yeah, let's just say Stockholm isn't winning this, but they are in the Circle Lines. And South Sweden knows this. They're not really going to do anything about it. Like, the Circle Lines, they're going to make a landing on this island. They're going to try and get near the capital city. Nothing major happens until they do that. Both sides are going to come to the conclusion that this war is just, like, really not necessary. Especially when Stockholm gets, like, well, they push back the invaders. And then these guys, they push back Denmark. There's no point of this war, is there? They're going to be ending it on that note. And yeah, very, very short and quick war. But now we have to go over to Germany. Here we see these countries, and we're actually going to have them forming an official union. No, not the red team. These three countries, they're going to form a sort of union. But it's kind of short-lived because on one of the same days this happens, the red team begins invading, and the union is taken out. RIP Union. They're gone. We're also going to see Poland making a move on this country here. I think they've been allied with this country before, but it doesn't matter. Medieval world. Yeah, and this country gets taken out very fast. The capital city gets burned to the ground, and they are fully annexed into Poland. See, Poland and Germany, they still have a lot of room to expand into. And yeah, as you can see, they're using it to their advantage. But now we go over to Korea, where, as we can check the religion map, the South Korean religion is quite dominant throughout these nations. But the North Koreans, well, I don't really want to call them the North Koreans, they're like the original Koreans. They're going to be invading the Southern Koreans. And there's not many cities on this map, but there probably isn't many cities. They're new nations, and the war is, they probably just like go around the coast, raid the major settlements, take the capital. It's got no real defensive walls, and Korea is gone, and we now have more cities. That was definitely a benefit for Korea, but these countries are getting sort of a boom in population. Like boom, 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 boom. That's just me spamming major cities on the map, not it actually happening. But there is population booms happening all over this newly discovered Asian area, and this is very good for these countries, meaning that they can expand more because they can force people to go to settle everywhere. It's fine. Also, this country down here is going to have a population boom. And of course, Thailand is going to have another one. Thailand is very populated at this point. They're like top-notch populated. And also, Indonesia. They're going to get a few islands. I don't know what this island is called. I think it's called Sumatra, and this one's called Borneo, and this one's called Java, like a Minecraft Java edition. But yeah, we'll see more major cities. Let's go. So there's got to be something else happening in this video because it's quite short. So something is quite major is going to happen. This puppet state down here is practically stronger than the entire country of this northern Russian one. So this country, well, let's just say it's joining with its old friend. And yeah, if you don't know the law, that country over there was like, it was this country, but it got invaded in a war, got puppeted. So now this country's back, and the northern Russians can't really do anything about it. I mean, Belarus might help them out, but like Belarus is currently going through some stuff. They're having some rebellions. But the rebellions aren't too major, hence not shown on the map. Now going up here to like these areas, we're going to have a very small war breakout between the purple team and the lime team. We're going to see the purple team invade the lime team, and the red team didn't like this, and they're going to declare war on the purple team. Push quite deep. The purple team's going to go around, capitulate the lime team, turn them into the ocean. They're going to capitulate the lime team before moving south into the red team and taking them out. And that was a very, very quick war, as the purple team shows its military might for the first time. Both of their capital cities are burnt down, and boom. We're also going to see Finland give up this exclave over here. They're not really like doing much with it, so they're going to partition it between these two countries. And let's just say they do a horrible job at partitioning. Both sides claim the entire exclave. Like, no, it's all mine, it's all mine, it's all mine, it's all mine. They can't split it. So we're going to have a interesting border dispute. So in the comments, let me know which one you think is better, purple or blue. And then there's also the beige one over here. But we're going to see more people, or more countries joining the Northern Union over here. And it's going to be this country. I mean, their capital city isn't really a city. And also the gold team. I mean, they were thinking of getting involved with the purple team stuff, but they ended up not getting involved. And this union is getting big, but it's also a great place to like live in. It's very safe. Like, no one ever raids it. I mean, if you raid it, like, why are you raiding a neutral country? And this really shows when we see a country is very far away join this union. And I need to change the colour of this country because it looks like it's the same country, but it's really not. And I think on that note, I will be ending the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm sorry that this video was shorter, but yeah, I've made a community post about why it's going to be a bit shorter. I was going to do a lot more stuff for this episode, but yeah, goodbye.